Hi, Trent. Are you there?
Yeah, sure am.
Awesome. Well, welcome. I'm
Yeah,
sorry to see you got voted out.
I am too.
So ultimately, what did it boil down to?
Um, Honestly, I don't think that I would have been in a position to be voted out this early had I not been partners with Kiki.
Yeah. Well, um, it seemed like you were pretty gung ho about it at first before all of the stuff went down, you know?
Yeah, honestly, because I played a game with Kiki before, and she seemed like somebody who, she was pretty well connected with people. Everybody seemed to like her, so I figured, oh, it'd be a good partnership. She seems to get people to like her pretty quickly.
So
And
she
then
didn't really experience any of the stuff that she's experienced here then, has she? In that org?
not that I know of.
So before the vote, were you expecting it to possibly go differently? Were people telling you otherwise?
Yeah, I had been told that people wanted to keep me around, and I figured that I'm sorry, and I figured that people were like, oh yeah, I thought people could look past maybe what Kiki had done were and hopefully they were giving me that chance that I feel like they wanted me to have,
Yeah.
because they knew that me being in that position wasn't my fault.
Understandable. Yeah. Unfortunately, it was kind of just bad luck at the end of the day being paired with Kiki and then kind of having her like as your partner after all that was going down. And it was kind of just a sinking ship, wasn't it?
It was. I honestly, I actually felt like I was on a sinking ship and I was trying to fill these holes with like pieces of gum that I was chewing and it really wasn't working well.
Yeah. No, that's what it felt like watching as well. So what if I told you that your time in the house may not be over?
I would be ecstatic because I really, if there's any chance that I can go back into that game and prove that myself as a player can help everybody else in that house who might want to give me a chance to play with them, I
Well,
would love that.
I can say that there definitely is a chance of you going back into the house. And we will give you more info on that later on how that will be done. But I want to know if you were to go back into the house, who would you be targeting?
If I was going back in the house, I think the first people that I would probably end up targeting would be, um, as nice as they are, Luna and Forrest, because they Luna had told me before the nominations even went that she would not put me up, and
Hmm.
I figured that that was a good bet, and then I got thrown up on the block even without even give it. They didn't
You weren't really
talk to
given a
me.
chance, yeah.
They didn't talk to me and tell me why they were going to put me up before they put me up. Had they explained to me what was going down, I would have been like, okay, that makes sense. But it was just kind of thrown onto the block without given a chance to kind of explain my
Understandable.
maybe my game. Yeah.
And if you were to go back into the house, who do you think you would align with?
If I went back into the house, I'm pretty sure that I would align with Michael and Zach and probably get something going with. I know I could align with Noella. I know that I could go back there and she'd welcome me back. Um, I would see what I could do with Abdi. I don't know. Um, I don't know that well, so um, we'll see what happens there. But I think I could get at least those three people working with me, as well as Isaac. He seemed pretty open to working with me as well. So
Gotcha. So things may look a little bit better for you then, possibly without Kiki by your side.
I believe that have had this all been a separate game and had everybody not had a partner, I feel like I would have been in a great position in that game as it would have standed without Kiki.
Understandable. So you and Kiki actually came really, really close to winning the very first head of household.
Yeah, that honestly, the saddest thing about this whole thing is that we got second place in both the head of household and the veto competition.
Mm-hmm. And Kiki
So
actually had a very, very high offer on Deal or No Deal.
she told me, and now I think she feels really bad for not accepting that.
Yeah.
Because had she accepted it, we would have won.
Yeah, if she would have accepted that deal, you guys definitely would have won and you would not be evicted right now.
Yeah.
All right.
But I was gonna say, but as it stands, if there's a chance to come back, and I do come back, I think getting evicted at this point might end up being better for me in the long run.
I
Because
could definitely see how that would be possible. No matter what the outcome is, though, I'm very excited to spectate all of this.
I am as well. Even if I don't come back, I had a good time for the little bit that I was there.
All right. Could you look at your sidebar? Do you see the exit interviews text channel?
I do. Wait. Not the text channel, but I see the.
The voice channel? Okay, 1 second. We're gonna set up your permissions for the text channel.
Oh, I see it now.
Do you see it?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So here is your first goodbye message from Isaac.
Awesome. Yeah. As I said, I think Isaac would have wanted to work with me had it not been Kiki.
All right, and here is your next one from Abdi.
Oh, yeah, I did say that. I remember that. I told Michael, but it was mostly because it was kind of the same reason why I'm with I got nommed with Kiki is because of Abdi's partner. It wasn't really Abdi per se. It was mostly Amanda. Me and Amanda uh not talking as much. So
And next up, we have Amanda.
awesome. Yeah. I feel like a lot of these are going to be in the same realm of basically I just got screwed by this.
Here is from Cherry. Interesting thing Cherry said there at the end.
Yeah. Hopefully I do come back. I feel like I'd be at least a welcome sight if I do come back.
Here is from Cece. Very short and to the point.
Yeah.
And from Forrest.
Yeah, I also think that Forrest would be a great person to work with if I do come back.
So you previously told me you might target Forrest and Luna. Now do you kind of feel differently?
I think I do. It's mostly I feel like it's mostly Luna that I feel like I'd be targeting. If I come back and the Paris thing was still a thing, then it would have to be that. But Forrest, I think Forrest really wanted to work with me, and I don't think Forrest wanted to put me up as much as Luna wanted to put Kiki up.
Understandable. Here's your next one from Gabe, who was, of course, on the block with you.
Yeah, and I mean, I was doing the same thing, so
Yeah,
you know.
you do what you got to do. Here is from your bestie Luna.
Awesome.
And next up, we have Michael. What do you feel about what Michael said?
Um, yeah, it's honestly, part of me feels like the people who wanted to keep us together weren't communicating that they wanted to keep us in the game, so they kind of were like, "Oh, we don't have the votes." So everybody who thought they didn't have the votes would have had the votes had they all voted. Is what I'm thinking.
Here
Is what
is from Noella. Do you have thoughts on what Noella said?
Yeah, I my social game is absolutely horrible when it comes to Big Brother. I have a hard time talking in the house chat because I get caught up in all my real life stuff, so I kind of have a give and take with it. But and then I always end up getting behind in the chat. Then I don't know what to say because I'm not part of the conversation, so I just kind of don't talk. But
So, assuming you get your way back into the house, do you think you'll pick up on that a little bit?
I think I would. I think I'd jump in on the chat a little more. It's really hard at the beginning because there's so many people
It definitely
in the
is.
game, so it's hard to find your place in the house chat because you're not sure what's going on.
All right. Next one is from Sam. Pretty much same story.
Yeah.
And from Zach. What do you feel about what Zach said?
I I just really like Zach and Michael. I think it's there's a lot of people who at this point know me as a player and just in certain communities. So people are sometimes are just excited to play with me, and sometimes circumstances make it to where they can't. So
Mm-hmm. And your final goodbye message is from Dis.
thanks, Dis. That's basically what happened. Yeah.
All right. Do you have any final thoughts on the cast? Any final thoughts on what you do if you got back in the house?
Basically, my final thoughts is that I'm gonna do my best to make it back in that game because I'm not a person who likes to go out this early in a game. I like to, at least play the best game I can. And if I go out and I don't end up winning this game, if I come back and I get out right as I come back in, you know what? At least I tried to play again.
That's true, and hopefully we'll have better luck if that is the case.
Yes. Well,
All right, that about wraps it up for me. But definitely stay tuned and pay attention to the channel because we will be giving you information on the battle back. All right.
all right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for playing, and good luck.
All right, thanks. See ya.
See ya.